What's up? It's J-Wro, Jason Andrew Wrobel here on the J-Wro Show, bringing you another deliciously easy vegan recipe and vibrant living tips for thy mouth und thy hips. If you are the kind of person that does this a lot, you should. It's good for the abs, good for the lower back. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about a superfood, gluten-free, protein-rich version of one of my favorite childhood frozen desserts of all time, if not number one, honestly, if I'm gonna be real about you with this dessert thing. And today, I'm gonna show you how to make a tangerine creamsicle that is dairy-free, gluten-free, loaded with awesome superfood protein, and it's super easy to do. So you ready to jump in the deep end? Like summer, summer, summertime, summertime. Yeah, that's what this recipe is gonna make you feel like. Will Smith circa 93, which is pretty good. So let's jump in. Now, when it comes to creamsicles, you gotta have the cream to make the sickles. And my favorite choice on the non-dairy tip is coconut milk. Get 2 cups of your coconut milk and then add it right in to your high-speed blender. When it comes to the tarty sweetie, yes, it's a tarty sweetie, we gotta get the tangerines, right? And get about 1 3/4 cup worth of wedges and toss them in the blender. Putting in some of the peel gives it great mouthfeel. You like that? Put in some peel, give you great mouthfeel. Put in some peel, give you great mouthfeel. Now, what you got going on with the creaminess, you've got to add a little bit more sweet to the mix. So I have a really cool 0 glycemic sweetener. This is called Lakanto, L-A-K-A-N-T-O. And so we're adding 1.5 tablespoons of Lakanto. Traditionally in Peru, they use lucuma powder to sweeten their ice creams. And I think, let's take a tip from the Peruvians. They seem to have the grip on the superfood thing down pretty well. So 2 teaspoons of lucuma powder. And then to round out all the flavors, add a pinch of mineral-rich sea salt. Now, I mentioned protein before, right? Because that's the whole new thing, is functional foods that have physical benefits, even creamsicles. So to that end, my Warrior Blend protein from Sunwarrior, vanilla flavor, is gonna go great with this. It's gonna add a great creamy texture. I use it in my smoothies every day. And it has all of your amino acids, including your branched chain amino acids. Bodybuilders out there, you may have noticed the guns are getting bigger here on the J-Wro Show. I had a comment last week. They are getting bigger. There'll be more on that later in a non-recipe video. But for now, go ahead and add a big old tablespoon of your Warrior Blend to the mix. Now we're gonna blend for 30 Dirty Birdie because we wanna get this nice and creamy and frothy and creamsicle-y. And then we're gonna add in some fruit. The cool thing about this blend tech is I can speak to you at a semi-normal volume, even on high speed. And now, you have a base of golden goodness in which to make your creamsicle. To do this, you're gonna need popsicle molds. Fill up your popsicle molds about 3/4 of the way to make room for your berries. The key is you wanna make sure that your berries, whatever you're using, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, olala berries, that they're cut up to a manageable size. Before I put my popsicle sticks into the molds, is just make sure these are mixed well. So just taking a regular chopstick is an easy way to do this. Now, if you've got room on the top, I suggest you actually go all the way up once your berries are in, because once you put the stick in and they're frozen, it's gonna be much easier to get the popsicle out. Take your creamsicles over to the freezer. Depending on how cold your freezer is, this is gonna take a couple of hours to really get solid. Solid as a rock. This is what I like a lot.
Delicious.
Are you ready for this? Are you sure you're ready for this? Okay, I'm ready for this. The trick to getting the creamsicles out of the molds is basically running these under some warm water, right? So they come out, they're really hard to get out. And then, after a minute or two, whoosh, you have the sword drawn from thy stone. And now the only thing left to do is take it to thy royal face. Okay? That is num goodness. These are delicious. So easy to make. and it's hot out, right? It's spring, we're gonna be in summer soon before you know it. It's the perfect hot weather treat, low glycemic, made with fresh fruit, so easy to make. You guys are gonna love these tangerine creamsicles. So this is J-Wro, AKA, if you want to know my real name, Jason Wrobel here on the J-Wro Show. Thank you so much for tuning in for my tangerine creamsicle recipe. I also want to thank Sunwarrior for hooking us up with the awesome high-protein vegan warrior blend in our recipe today. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe here to the J-Wro Show for weekly vegan recipes and vibrant living tips for thy mouth and thy hips. I'm out of here. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of these tangerine creamsicles, and I look forward to bringing you another super easy, super delicious, scrumptious plant-based recipe soon. See ya. Peaches. Now, the cool thing about tangerines is not only do they taste amazing, and they have like an inherent really good sweetness, so they're just so cute. They just want to squeeze them in your hand and crush them and you crush it. But if you say we're born without a bottom lip, right? Because that's such a common thing. You could still say the word tangerine, right? Like, oh, so what did you make? What'd you bring to the potluck? And you'd be like, tangerine creamsicle. You could say, even if you don't have a bottom lip, tangerine creamsicle.